Staying motivated. When you have a vision and when you have objectives that you want to reach, motivation is key. But so is enjoyment of the process. It's not about burning yourself out, nor is it about procrastinating and delaying the reaching of your goals. I'm Laetitia, I'm a therapist, business owner, and creative, which means that I've had multiple projects that I've been initiating and making come to life. Some projects take years to concretize, so I've had a lot of experience in creating motivation and maintaining it. When you know what to focus on, you'll see that motivation becomes something that you can have and maintain, and that you have the ability to get back in the saddle when it goes away. So I have 6 tips for you in this video that I personally use to create and maintain motivation and that I share with my one-on-one clients as well. Ever since I was a teenager, I remember loving the balance between action taking and rest, fun, relaxation. So when I was studying for the baccalaureate, which is the French equivalent of the A-levels, I would plan a whole 3 months revision schedule because I worked really hard, but I also planned in that schedule sometimes for rest, sometimes for fun activity. And I did that very naturally because that balance seemed to be very natural to me. It felt like I was acknowledging my own needs and working with them. And I really believe in the importance of balance and of bringing a sense of enjoyment to the whole process. So here's how to create motivation to maintain it and to enjoy the process. The first tip is to break your goal down. So this is a really important one. This is the foundation. When you have a big goal, it may be really overwhelming, especially if it's a long-term goal. Overwhelm is going to make you freeze or procrastinate or sabotage because it feels too scary, it feels too big. So when you break down your goal into small achievable steps, you're making it a lot more realistic and safe for you, for your mind, for your body, to take you through the process. And if you have ADHD, it's great to break down your goals even more into really small goals. Whenever you finish a task, you can then cross it out, and it's going to give you that reward feeling, that feeling of really moving forward, and that is really going to contribute to a sense of motivation. The second tip is to stick to a schedule that works for you. So work with yourself to decide how strict or dense the schedule needs to be. For example, if you know a little bit about human design, I am a manifestor in human design, meaning that I'm going to go through high periods of action taking, of productivity, that are going to be followed by periods of rest. So I need to alternate between those two states. That's how to listen to your energy and to honor it. So my schedule is probably going to look different from a generator schedule or a manifesting generator schedule in human design. So work with yourself, work with your energy needs, with your personality type to decide what kind of schedule you need. For example, I don't set times in the day for my tasks. However, I set daily objectives. And I know some coaches and business owners who are going to need to be much stricter and to set specific times during which they are going to accomplish a task. That personally doesn't work for me that well. So work with who you are. And I recommend you leave some room for readjustment and to integrate the unexpected when it happens. The third tip is actually to remember that achieving a goal is not about survival. So, when you put so much pressure on yourself because there are some objectives that you want to be achieving and you feel overwhelmed, that's essentially your nervous system being in survival mode. It can look like freeze mode or fight or flight modes. Those are survival modes of the nervous system. So when you feel really, really stressed, or when you feel scattered, or when you feel empty, or when you feel you simply cannot enjoy relaxation because your mind is so full of all the things that you need to do, chances are that your nervous system has set itself into a survival mode. So take a step back here, release the pressure. Achieving your goal is not about survival. It may be really important to you and important to your life. And believe me, I completely understand that because I have some big goals and I know how important they are to my life purpose. However, you are going to survive whether you reach it or not. When you take that step back, your nervous system is going to be able to go into the rest phase, into the phase where it's going to allow you to feel calmer and more peaceful and to fully relax. So it's really about enjoying the process as well, right? It's not just about achieving the goal, it's about the journey towards the goal and enjoying it as much as possible, because otherwise, why do we do what we do if we don't enjoy the process? Fourth, make your vision appealing. So this is a mistake that I often see my clients make. It is that their vision of what they want is actually mixed with dread, with fear, with a sense of danger. And when that happens, you will experience resistance. There's no other way. Because your unconscious mind is set for your survival. Its number one job is to make sure that it keeps you alive. So when you have your objectives and your vision and they feel dangerous, they feel threatening, or you have a sense that you would probably lose something in the process, your mind and body are not going to assist you in going towards that vision because it does not feel safe. And what feels dangerous could be a threat to your survival. Even if concretely it's not the case, your unconscious mind and your body don't know that. So this is something that I speak about in my book as well, Create a Brighter Tomorrow, that I released on Amazon, and I will tell you a little bit more about it towards the end of this video, because it's really important part of the process to rework your vision, to make sure that it's as clear as possible, that it's really in alignment with what you want, and that it feels safe and appealing. So make it as specific as you can. Make sure that you feel elated and happy and excited when you think about your vision. The fifth tip is to keep acting even when the motivation is not there. A common excuse is to say, I'll wait till I feel motivated again. And this is a mistake because you create motivation by starting to act on the thing. When you do this, you create a momentum, and the momentum actually makes the motivation come back. So don't stop acting because you are waiting for the motivation to pop up. So here's a little hack that I have for you to act when you don't feel the motivation. It's to set a really nice environment in which you are going to be taking that action. A lot of my projects actually involve quite a lot of time on the laptop. Writing, creating, organizing, researching, etc. So what I love doing is to find a nice room in which I'm going to be doing that, to maybe light a candle, make myself a cup of my favorite drink, put on a nice relaxing background music, making it as nice as possible, or going to work in a quiet coffee shop in which you feel really comfortable. So if you're like me and that the grind culture does not appeal to you or does not work for you, which is the belief that constant hard work and hustle is the only path to success, then setting in your days some nice sensory experiences is going to really make the process a lot more enjoyable. So do this when you work on your goals. And also make sure that you have enough time for rest, relaxation, and fun planned in your schedule. The sixth tip is to readjust your goal if needed. You want to be in alignment with your objective. And maybe what you started on that felt really exciting and felt really right stops feeling right. So listen to your intuition here and see if there's something that's a little bit off. Because you may need to readjust your goal instead of forcing yourself to continue. Because if you force yourself to continue towards a goal that does not feel right anymore, the motivation is going to go away. So to give you an example, I am also a filmmaker and a writer on top of running my therapy business. And last year in 2024, I had the goal of making my first feature film. So I worked on it most of the year on the script and on contacting producers. However, I realized towards the end of the year that I was feeling a lot of resistance because actually this was not really in alignment just yet. And it is going to be in alignment. But I realized that what I felt really cool to do and what felt really right was to make another short film before jumping into the feature film realm. And this is one of my big 2025 goals, and I feel really, really good about it. I know it's right, I feel it's in alignment. So don't be afraid to readjust your goals and your objectives. It's not a sign of failure or lack of clarity, it is simply a needed redirection. So motivation is not something that you need to be waiting for. It's not something that is out of your control. By readjusting your vision, by making sure it's appealing, by making sure it's in alignment, and by having a clear action and rest schedule, then you'll be able to navigate those motivation dips and get yourself back in the saddle. So work with your personality type here. Work with what your energy needs are. You need to have a good awareness of yourself. So I released back in summer 2024 a guidebook on Amazon called Create a Brighter Tomorrow, a 7-week guide. This is my first personal development book, and its main aim is to assist you step by step in the creation of the life that you want. A life that feels fulfilling, a life that is in alignment with who you are and with what you desire. So it's about creating your bright next life chapter. It's very dear to me because I take about 10 years of experience in my inner journey towards more confidence, towards creating a life on my own terms that feels really good, towards healing from bullying, from low self-esteem, and condense it in a guidebook. So if you're interested to check it out, it's available on all Amazon sites, and I put the link in the description box below. Let me know in the comments if this video helped you, and give me a thumbs up if it did. That really helps me and my channel. And remember that it's not about overnight success. You can take smaller steps that are really in alignment with you, that match your energy and your needs, and you are going to reach your goal. So don't be afraid of really listening to what you need. Don't be afraid of not following what the grind culture is telling you that you should be doing. And maybe very hard and dense work all the time, maybe that's what works for you. But if not, if you're like me, don't worry, follow your intuition, follow what you need, but stay focused. And here you have some tools to create and maintain motivation. So I'm wishing you the absolute best, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.